REED-BBS. BBS. Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua. Got beat. Decisively, I might add. There's an old boxing adage, something to the effect of, a great smaller man will beat a good to average bigger man most times. And such was the case, as OLEKSANDR USYK remains undefeated, lifting the WBA, WBO, and IBF heavyweight titles from Anthony Joshua. Scores were 117, 112, 116, 112, and 115, 113, all for Usyk. What we've learned, what we know now is that clearly smaller, quicker guys are AJ's kryptonite. Andy Ruiz had quicker hands and dominated Joshua physically. Usyk had quicker hands, quicker feet. He processed information at a more rapid pace. And he dominated AJ physically and mentally. But before we talk more about the fight itself, go ahead and subscribe. Feel free to comment, because if you comment, I comment. Touch the bell icon for notifications of future videos. Remember, sharing is caring. Love, tap, and/or bitch slap that like button for your boy. And shout out to the homies at fightbeat.com. Now, I won't run from it. I said it with my chest, and I won't run from it. I picked Joshua by 7th round KO. Yes, I did. I thought Usyk would fatigue, hit a wall, and get overwhelmed by AJ. Survey says, Now, with that said, Usyk did hit a bit of a wall by the 6th or 7th, but by that point, AJ was so befuddled tactically by what Usyk was doing to him that, there was no threat of him to capitalize on a man who tired. Now, with that, Usyk did get his second win back probably around the 9th, 10th, and finished the fight very strong, just as strong as he started it. Speaking of which, Usyk took his respect from jump, from the very beginning, winning the first 3 rounds by basically neutralizing Joshua's jab. Being a southpaw, Usyk's lead hand is his right hand, so whenever he saw Joshua's left shoulder move or twitch in the slightest bit, attempting to jab, that is, Usyk would block it before AJ could uncork it. He would block it before AJ could uncork it. He stopped it before AJ could even start it. My man couldn't extend it or anything for like the first 3 rounds. And the thing is, Joshua is what I call a paint-by-numbers boxer. Paint-by-numbers ass boxer. If he can't get his jab off, guess what? There's no threat of his right hand. Joshua, he's a jab right hand guy. He's a basic 1-2 artist. That's how he fights. So if you neutralize the 1, there's not going to be a 2. That's what the first 3 rounds were. And it kind of messed with Joshua's head, put him in a more timid state. He showed heart and tried to bite down some, but all in all, he fought way too. He tried to match tactics with a man that he was just out of his depths in terms of ring IQ. Usyk, he couldn't miss Joshua with lead and overhand lefts either, man. He hurt Joshua with 1 in the 3rd, fucked up AJ's right eye with it, and particularly whooped that ass in the 12th round, which could have been a 10-8 round even though Joshua remained on his feet. Usyk was piecing AJ the fuck up in the 12th round. He whooped his ass that round, man, badly. Had him on the ropes and shit, and had there been another minute or so left, he might have at least knocked him down, if not stopped him. With all that said, Joshua has little choice but to exercise his rematch clause, his immediate rematch clause. But he's going to have to find a way to revert to his pre-Ruiz self, the pre-Ruiz KO Joshua, his aggressive self, to have a prayer of beating Usyk. You're not going to win a decision over Usyk. You're not going to match wits with him, dude. No, you're playing checkers. He's playing chess with your ass, bro, and it's not even close. And this is even at the risk of being KO'd, because we know AJ is vulnerable. And I hate to say it, I mean, he's a 2-time unified champion, but he's going to go down as one of the more vulnerable unified champions we've ever seen in any era. That's just There's really no other way to slice it, man. But this is all about Usyk. If you ever wondered why Usyk was top 10 pound for pound on any credible list, you saw why versus Joshua. So I hope that's been put to rest, whether you've seen him fight or not before then, or had heard of him or not. He was always a top 10 pound for pounder. I think I had him anywhere from 5 to 7 on my particular list. I'll be revisiting that, though, shortly. We got some more fights coming up, and I'll revisit my pound for pound list before the end of this year. For sure. But yeah, Usyk, man, 2012 Olympic gold medalist, undisputed champion at Cruiserweight. Now he's holder of 3/4 of the heavyweight championships of the world. I think it's safe to say OLEKSANDR USYK has finally gotten out of VASYL Lomachenko's shadow. For the longest, that's that big guy that's always with Loma. No. Now Loma is that little guy that's always with Usyk. REED-BBS, Blackbird Sugar, Bachelor's in Boxing Studies. Televisión, Fred Sanford of the Fistic Arts. When all is said and done, there's nothing left to say or do.